Hello everyone, and thank you for watching another edition of the Lee Williams Show. My name is Lee Williams, also known as Amarage25, coming to you today to show you how I apply my semi-permanent rinse. I'm updating this video because my previous video really didn't show anything because I didn't know anything. And now some time has passed and I'm working on perfecting my method of applying my rinse. Now first I am basing the edges of my hair with Vaseline to protect my face and edges from a lot of color bleeding that typically goes on when you apply dye. I'm showing you where I need the dye. I'm about a month and a half post relaxer, so it's about time for me to do a touch-up. It fades in about 6 to 8 weeks. Now this video is multi-pronged. It's to show you my new method that I obtained off the internet, and the purpose is to give myself more even coverage when I do my rinses. Also, to make sure that I get a better color payoff when I apply the rinse, and most importantly, I'm trying to prevent it from fading so fast. My hair does grow about a ½ inch a month, and so about the 4th week my hair is starting to gray along the middle of my hair mainly. And I try to go at least 6 weeks, because you want to do it every 6 to 8 weeks. It's hard for me because when I start to see that little skunk stripe come through the middle of my head, it just drives me to distraction, and I really have to do I just have to almost ignore it because it's so bothersome. But I try to wait my 6 to 8 weeks to do my touch-ups. Now, basically, I just parted my head in 4 sections, just like you would do a relaxer, and I'm applying it with an applicator brush, a dye applicator brush, similar to what you would use if you were applying permanent dye or demi hair dye, or a conditioner, deep conditioner. So first I am taking down each section and applying it largely to the roots because that's where my problem area is. I really don't have that I really don't have a problem along the length of the strands, but I'm going to go ahead and apply it to all of my hair. So I start at the roots first, and then I'm going to go back through the section and take the hair rinse down the length of the hair shaft. This was quite an undertaking, and honestly, in the, I would say, 3+ years that I've been on a healthy hair care journey, this is probably one of the things that I do the least. I'm a big proponent in going to the hair salon to get professional services, and I consider a hair rinse a professional service. But because it's no ammonia in it, I am trying to do it myself, mainly to save money. And plus, I do need to work on doing this a little better because, my new growth grows pretty rapidly. But as far as hair dye, relaxers, trims, cuts, pretty much I rely on a hair stylist Um, I go to a lady. I've been going to her for 5 years, and I call her I feel like we're a team. Um, I'm making sure, that I am following my hair uh, regimen the way I want to do it, and she's helping me because she can see my whole head better than I can, and she has the skills and I don't. So as I'm applying this, you might notice that I'm probably getting it along my um, my scalp, which is so annoying. I have not figured out how not to get relaxer or dye on my scalp, and I think it's mainly because when you're doing it yourself, the touch is so light, you really don't feel the applicator brush going onto your hair, and so you finally feel it once you hit the scalp. So it lets you know, hey, you hit the scalp, so you're definitely in the right direction. But you want to try to avoid applying, relaxers, hair dye, rinses to your scalp. That's your goal. And I'm going to do a follow-up video where I'll talk more about the method that I'm using. I feel confident that this is a good method. I'm applying it to dirty hair. I was told, or I read, that applying hair dye or rinses to dirty hair is actually best because your hair takes the color better. So it's working for me because it's so hard to apply hair dye to me on wet hair, as a layperson like myself. Because I can't see where to apply it, and I'm wet and I'm frustrated, so I'm just hoping for the best. But this way I have more control and I can pay attention to what I'm doing a little better. And I apologize for the strange faces that I make. I am very expressive, and the faces that I make, I didn't realize I was such a face maker, but I definitely am. And for the most part, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm doing this right. I know I'm going to get messy, which I don't like to get messy, but I'm going to get messy during this process. But I'm mainly trying to get the even coverage, full coverage, and I'm trying to get done as quick as possible. But that was not easy. It took me about 8 hours to do all the different processes that I needed to do in this video, but I condensed it down to about 14 minutes, almost 15 minutes. So I always pray. So after you apply your dye, you want your hair to just sit for 25 minutes with a covered, with a cap on, plastic cap. I find that my little plastic caps do not fit my hair anymore. So I find myself using these trash bags, or these shopping bags that you get from the grocery store, quite a bit. Now I try to be organized. So what I'm doing now is, well, let me backtrack. After I fully apply my my rinse, I sit under the dryer. Well, I let it. I just sit let it sit for 25 minutes, and then I go under the dryer for 45 minutes. Then I come and rinse it, and what I'm doing now is I rinse with cold water first, and then I apply my apple cider vinegar rinse. And I'll try to link this video of that method so you can see what I'm doing. But it works for hair dye too. So I applied it to my hair. I did not use warm water like I used in my apple cider vinegar rinse video. I applied it with cold water because you want to use cold water when you're rinsing out hair dye. That's another tip to get it to last longer. So I let it sit on my hair for 2 minutes, the apple cider in my hair, and then I rinsed it, and then I proceeded with the shampoo. So this is Care moisturizing shampoo, and it's for color treated hair. That's another tip you want to do. You want to use shampoo and conditioner for color treated hair to help your rinse stay longer. And it is the winter. During the fall and the winter, I suffer from an itchy scalp, mainly because I sleep with my heater on. That has to be the reason. So you see me, like, I was thankful to use this apple cider vinegar rinse because I was going to use it anyway. But for the itchy scalp problem. But that's why you see me using my shampoo brush as well. Funny thing is, when I started to wash my hair, my scalp was not itching anymore, which was weird because it's been itching really quite a bit. But when I washed my hair, it was not itching at all. I was just scratching places that was giving me trouble previously. Now this is me with my roller set, and don't laugh because those green rollers are the rollers when I first started my hair journey. So that's how much my hair has grown. I'm actually graduated for the most part to the gray rollers, which are the big rollers. I'm not sure if that's the biggest roller. I think it's some bigger ones, but the gray ones are big ones. But I have not mastered how to use hair clips, so I'll be working on that. So yeah, I look like Raggedy Ann, okay, but I was just mainly trying to get it done. It took me an hour and a half to roller set my hair. So I will definitely be tipping my hairdresser when I see her again. So I did see that I got full coverage with the hair dye, which is a blessing. And now I'm applying some light olive oil to my scalp. I always do that every time I get my hair done. If I don't see them do it, when I come back home, I apply some olive oil to my scalp to keep my scalp moisturized and also to, retain the moisture. Now I'm working with these bangs, and I had to use my H2 Pro flat iron to kind of get these bangs under control because, as you can see, they looked a hot mess. Now this is the first time in a long time, probably 20 years, about 15 years, since I've had to deal with bangs. This is also, I guess, the second time that I've used the saran wrap method. Because after I took my rollers out, I wrapped my hair around and did the saran wrap method. And this one did not come out the way that I wanted to, so I need to keep working on that. But the point is, it took me 8 hours to do my hair, so right now it's like really late at night, and all I'm doing is going to bed. So as long as it's in a presentable fashion, and I can tell my color took, that was my whole goal for the evening. It would have been great if it would have came out good for camera, but I'm no expert. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.